My mic's already set up where it's supposed to be, but I feel like I should have like a mic or something for this. Um, okay, we're gonna work with this, I guess. Um, the best I have on hand. Nothing else vaguely mic shaped around here. Uh, so hey, I'm Zed. I've been 100%ing the Naruto Storm games. Now I love everything Naruto, but a lot of people don't like the filler from the anime and consider anime only appearances non-canon. But I've realized something. Naruto is a lot better when you only reference the anime for canon. Let me explain. Every year I go back and watch all of Naruto, from the first episode to the end of Shippuden. I haven't watched Boruto because, well, it's not Naruto, and that's why I watched Naruto. Now, something I see a lot is lists of which episodes you can skip, and to me, I believe that's none of the episodes. Because if you do skip, you miss out on gems like our main focus of today's video, Kamazura Clan. Now, for anyone who skipped the filler, the Kamazura is actually the clan that Inoki is from. Yes, Inoki, the third Tsuchikage. And this arc features the first time Naruto directly made someone stop living. The arc follows Naruto and Team 8, minus Kurenai, since she's on maternity leave with Mirai, as they attempt to locate a beetle believed to be extinct that could use sense to track down Sasuke Uchiha. A solid premise that only gets better as we explore Hinata's feelings for Naruto, her personal arc of self-discovery, how hard she's been training, and her triumph of perseverance. On the way to the beetle's potential location, one of the best love story scenes ever actually occurs here, as Naruto wakes in the night to use the bathroom and sees a silhouette of Hinata training near the waterfall. Stunned, he falls in and calls to the mysterious waterfall lady, later recounting this to Team 8 and Hinata, who nearly passes out from embarrassment. Now this, by itself, wouldn't mean much, but knowing where Hinata and Naruto's story eventually ends up, this is a beautiful set piece to that romance. Now, if you don't like romance, first of all, loser. Secondly, this arc actually has plenty of action as well. This whole romance thing is like a subplot for an episode. They go back to tracking down the beetle, and more comedy ensues, of course, because this is Naruto filler. But for the entire duration, they are being watched by three mysterious ninja. As his teammate catches on, they decide to keep Naruto in the dark for the sake of him not giving away that they know of the people following them. The perspective changes to that of the three Kamazura clan members, and we get an explanation as to why they're here. They are after the first Tsuchikage's forbidden hidden scroll, which is said to hold forbidden jutsu of the Kamazura clan. And we are introduced to their leader, Suzume Baki, the middle child of Jibaki and Kurabaki, and presumably sister or cousin of Inoki. The teammate continues with their search, but it begins to rain, meaning the beetle will soon migrate, and they'll have to wait a very long time for another chance to find this beetle. Hinata shows the first of many feats in this pressing time, stealing her nerves and honing her Byakugan to pick up even the chakra of bugs and distinguish the correct one, saving their chances. Naruto hugs Hinata to thank her, and anyway, Beetle lays an egg, and now they know they can train the hatchling on the scent of Sasuke. Hinata gushes over Naruto some more while she washes her face in a nearby river. But then, the Kamazuru, witnessing the capture of the bug, strike, two kunai barely being deflected by Hinata before they could land. But then we get the first viewing of one of the scariest jutsu known to man, and it comes from this Code Lyoko looking motherfucker. I mean, her forehead is on fucking swole mode, dude. It's called Honeybee Jutsu. To which Hinata literally screams, "No, not these!" Like, I completely understand. Also, these are hornets, but just ignore that. Call me crazy, but I'd absolutely rather just take a fireball or Rasengan and go out instantly then be stung slowly over time to the opposite of life by a swarm of hornets. I mean, I'd even rather take a fireball directly from Madara than this shit. Hinata starts slicing down hornets, but they explode into honey, sticking her in place and letting her get stung. And let me just point this out. It takes one hornet to knock someone out. There is a swarm of these things, and it takes one sting. One. Also, Kiba's looking fresh throughout this whole arc. I've always thought Kiba was cool, and I'm running out of ways of saying not aliving anymore. But I'd make someone experience high tide get a chance to pet Akamaru. I mean, look at him. It's Akamaru. But suddenly they realize Hinata's missing. Kiba saves Naruto's life. Like, legit. Inches from the big ramen bowl in the sky. I mean, look at this. Attached to the kunai that nearly released the nine-tailed fox from Naruto's gray matter is a note ransoming Hinata, who is literally crucified in beeswax. I don't, not hyperbole, not metaphorically, not any other, thing. Literally crucified. Kiba and Shino finally fill Naruto in on the details that someone has been following them, to which he understandably freaks out. They then rush to the spot they've been instructed to go to. Shino explains who the Kamizuru are, explaining that the Aburame saved the village from an attack by the Kamizuru, but just barely won after a massive fight, leaving the Kamizuru clan devastated and leading to the rise of the Aburame clan. This literally explains why the Aburame are so prominent, and a huge amount of the fan base says to just skip these episodes. Also, this isn't mentioned, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the first Tsuchikage actually Taskmaster ended Task life during the fight. But that's more of a crackpot theory that I'll save for another time. Shino sends some bugs to scout ahead, and Hinata begins to awake, hearing about the Forbidden Jutsu plan and how the Kamizuru are planning to strike the leaf during their time of turmoil. Hiruzen is freshly not with us at this point in time, and Shino's bugs return, but they've been game-ended by hornets. Shino explains to Naruto that Hinata was the one that stood up and essentially forced Kiba and Shino to be here. Being the first time she's ever been assertive, they agreed to it. They have no idea where Hinata is, and so decide to head to the ransom location to try and save her. They try a decoy bug using transformation jutsu to make it look like the special beetle, but the Kamizuru see past the deception. Shino's shadow clone catches one of the Kamizuru by the neck with a kunai and holds him in place, while the real one releases parasitic insights and Kiba swipes Hinata from the back. Naruto absolutely wallops one of them. I'm talking point blank, haymaker. Shino drops two of them, but all of them are wax clones. Even the Hinata they stole back. And then a swarm descends upon them. Kiba and Naruto begin fighting back to back, and Shino sends his bugs to his defense. Shino saves Naruto's life by a hair from a very severe poison one of the hornets has, which is the second time the show nearly ended in 3 episodes. If that had worked out, the nine-tailed fox would just be chilling. Shino uses Wall of Insects Jutsu. It's pretty much 64 palms rotation, but for the Aburame clan. The Kamizuru confront our shinobi and essentially say, an Aburame would never bring the Bikochu beetle into battle, so we're just going to run the fade, essentially. And so the leader sends a swarm of hornets. This time, all of them have paper bomb seals attached to them. Like, an entire swarm of hornets as kamikaze dive bombers. This sends the group off a nearby cliff, and as the wax clones give chase, the shinobi they find are insect clones, allowing for the hasty escape of Kiba, Shino, and Naruto, with neither side gaining or losing any real ground during this fight. Akamaru sniffs out Hinata and leads the group to a nest she's being held within. Get it? Being? Well, they find Hinata, sealed inside of wax in a honeycomb, and begin to dig her out. Hinata immediately hugs Naruto, unabashedly. Shino breaks the two apart, realizing the ruse. The fake Hinata tried sticking a paper bomb to Naruto's back that Shino caught at the last second, making the third close call in Naruto's life in 3 episodes. This arc was so heavily stealthy and ninja focused that Naruto nearly got deleted 3 times. Tsutsumabaki reveals herself as the fake Hinata, having her coat draped over her to mask the scent. She refuses to say where Hinata is, but we get the reveal that Hinata is being guarded by hornets while attached to a thin rope bound in wax on a rushing river that leads into a drop into an underground sewer, which would game end you if you fell in. This is the most batshit Looney Tunes ass trap I have ever seen in Naruto. Like, this is genius, but also at the same time comically complex. Also, keep that underground sewer bit in mind. That'll be important later. Uzumibaki detonates a bunch of paper bombs and sends the boys into a deep pit as the floor crumbles below them. Kiba uses his chakra to grab the wall with one hand, only for the remaining trio to grab onto him, causing him to yelp. Now, make no mistake, Kiba is holding all 3 of their body weights with a single hand. Below them is a ton of giant bee larvae, and when the team refuses to give up the special beetle, Tsutsumibaki sends a swarm of paper bomb hornets at them, and then Kiba launches Naruto and Shino with a one-handed pull-up and uses Fang over Fang, one-handedly tossing 2 full-ass other shinobi like light work. All of this noise finds its way to a crying Hinata who cleans her tears and decides it's time to act, that she can't give up if the others haven't. So Hinata uses her Byakugan to spot the 13 bees around the rope, determining she needs to take out all 13 in one go to be safe. Hinata isn't sure she can make the shot, but recalls the Neji versus Naruto fight at the Chunin exams and decides if Naruto was going to try there, she has to try here. The boys, by the way, are still fighting against the larva, but they are losing bad. They are getting packed up because these larvae eat chakra, so they aren't doing very well. We'll come back to them in a second. As Hinata uses water style and hits 12 of 13 hornets, hitting the last one just a second too late as it cuts the rope, and she begins speeding towards the sewer. Cutting back, because smash cuts are the way to go here, you get to see the coolest summon in all of Naruto. Fight me. Like, look at this thing. Look and tell me that this is not the coolest summon, and people don't watch the film. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And now we come diving into the last episode. Kiba and Naruto collapse, the chakra being drained from them. Shino throws a shuriken and it just bounces off the queen bee's chrome dome. And she then fills the room they're in with wax or puke or something, I'm not really sure. Hinata is flung into the sewer, but continues to cut at her wax restraints. We again cut back to the boys, and they are sealed in beeswax, and everyone starts to lay into Shino for angering the queen, and not expecting to be sealed in wax. We see that Shino has a surprise tool to help us later. Shino offers to give up the beetle in exchange for Hinata, to which the Kamazura laugh, until Shino tells them that they'll never find the beetle without his help, and they're on a time crunch due to the beetle egg hatching soon. If it hatches with no scent, it'll be useless. Tsutsumabaki decides that even if they can't get the beetle, sending a single Aburame Genin to the big spider's web in the sky would be enough. Seriously. Like, unironically, she is willing to give up forbidden jutsu for taking out a single Genin. Shino calms Naruto's worries by insisting that Hinata is strong, and the Kamazura agree to the terms set out by Shino, but when they return, Hinata is gone, presumably down into those instant bye-bye sewers. Naruto, hearing this, begins to look a bit unhinged. Begins to worm his way inch by inch towards the Kamazura until the blonde one stamps on his head. The blonde one begins to joke at Hinata's expense, calling her Naruto's girlfriend, and Naruto threatens him, To which the man laughs at him. The deal is called off, and the Kamazuru lets the group know that they plan to take them all out permanently. Kamazuru make one more threat with the promise that they might spare them if they give up the beetle. Ino decides to give up, only for Naruto to protest, threatening to tear the Kamazuru limb from limb. The blonde man stomps on his head once again, only to find there is no give to his neck. A bleeding Naruto peers up at the shinobi with the eyes of the fox. This is the most menacing scene of Fox's chakra we ever get to see. And some never saw it because it's considered filler. This is Naruto about to fully surrender to Kurama and just see what happens. This is Naruto. Understandably frightened, the blonde man leaps back about 30 feet in the air and decides to take Naruto out, only for a paper bomb to land at his feet. Hinata arrives without her jacket, ready to throw hands. This is the 4th time that Naruto's life has been saved. In a flash, it's revealed to us that she cut free at the last moment and climbed out. She now uses the technique she's been preparing this whole arc. She holds perfectly still and swings her arms to defend herself, giving her the appearance of the many-armed Shiva. This is the most badass Hyuga technique we ever get to see, and it's only present in the filler. This alone is worth the watch. We get to see a training montage of Hinata getting her shit rocked, only to see she never gave up and instead trained even harder. Tino planned to get stuck in the wax so his bugs could eat them free, and he bursts from the wax. And we get a reveal that not only is she moving this quickly, but also firing small chakra beams from her palms to cut down projectiles. Also, with some very basic math, checking the distance between frames and equaling that out to see about how fast she is moving, Hinata here is moving her arms at roughly 204 miles per hour. Tsutsumebaki summons Queen Bee back and sends her into battle, launching wax at Hinata, which cannot break her defense, but blocks her sight as she is rammed by the large Queen Bee. Tino stops Naruto from intervening, allowing Hinata to fight on despite the injury. She focuses and moves even faster, deflecting the Queen Bee and launching her into the Kamazuru, sending all 3 of them into the rapidly rushing river. Checking for the new speed on this one, I could see multiple copies of arms per frame. And I'm no math wizard, I don't even claim to be good at math, but I'm pretty sure you can only make after images by going so fast that the human eye cannot perceive that it's moving. Regardless, if someone could correct me on what the speed would be in the comments, that'd be great. Despite that, what I can confirm is that this move evicts the souls of the 2 male Kamazuru clan members, who are brothers of Tsutsumebaki, and thus the cousins or brothers of Inoki, the 3rd Tsuchikage, the current Tsuchikage. This means Hinata literally took out 2 people closely related to the literal Kage of the Stone Village. There's another very sweet moment here where Naruto holds Hinata and thanks her. It's very genuine and touching, and this moment really hammers home how cute of a couple these 2 are. But Tsutsumebaki survives the river and chases down Team 8 and Naruto. He is badly injured and still wants the beetle. She summons the bee back and rides it into battle, and Naruto uses a Rasengan and instantly sends her to the Pure Lands. Like, not hyperbolically or anything like that. We get a zoom in where she is not breathing and everything. This is the first and only one of 2 times Naruto ever canonically murked someone. The arc admittedly ends very poorly, so I'm not going to explain it in detail here. I suggest you really just watch and up to the Rasengan and then just count that as the end of the arc and kind of skip the last 3 minutes of the last episode. But if you really want to know, the plot required Naruto to be stupid and ruin it so that they couldn't find Sasuke using the beetle and find him too early and outpace the manga. Again, I highly recommend ignoring that, because otherwise this is an incredibly solid arc that fleshes out the lore in a lot of ways that people don't appreciate enough, and especially gives light to Hinata, one of the best characters in the anime who doesn't get the love she deserves. In conclusion, the filler of Naruto has its merits and downfalls, like anything else. But I love it, and I hope this video essay makes you appreciate it too. Hey, after Zed recording, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I'm currently in the middle of a move, and I kind of recorded this video ahead of time, edited it, and set it to schedule. I just want to know, do you guys want more content like this? Would you like to see more videos where I do like little dives into Naruto lore, lore, Naruto lore, or maybe other franchises too? Because I would love to do more content like this, kind of small video essays on things that I find interesting or am passionate about. Yeah, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. We'll see how the video performs, but thank you so much for coming out. If you want, I stream pretty much every day on Twitch, except for right now because I'm moving. And if you can't find me on Twitch, you can find me on Discord. I'll put that in the link in the description. I'm always active there. You can message me at any time, pretty much. But thank you so much for watching. Bye.